Welcome to NavDurga, and we are here with a final episode. And in the final episode, we couldn't have asked anything better than the lady who is here with her. She needs no introduction at all. Somebody who has been an inspiration for so many years to many women around, and also me somewhere. And this is also my personal favorite here: a banker, a philanthropist, and a playback singer. We have Mrs. Amruta Fadnavis. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Henal, for having me on this show.
No, it's our pleasure, honestly, that you have accepted the invitation and come. So, honestly, आपको कोई introduction की ज़रूरत ही नहीं है. The world knows you, the entire country knows you. But today, in NavDurga, we would like to know who the person, who the lady is, somewhere. So, everybody knows just a brief. How has been your, how have you been as a girl, when you were young, as in Nagpur is a simple girl. I mean, I'm sure parents, you were born in Nagpur?
I've been born and brought up in Nagpur.
Ji.
I've always been simple, but at the same time, my childhood was very tomboyish.
Acha.
I used to play a lot. I used to study my heart out, but I was like a girl who wanted to conquer it all, and a girl who used to feel that she is towards world domination.
Wow.
Moving towards that. So I was a tomboyish girl with lots of aims and a lot of vision for myself and for people around me.
Okay, fantastic. So नागपुर से वैसे तो आपने पढ़ाई काफ़ी की है. I think आपने MBA you have done from Nagpur?
Yeah. I've done my MBA and taxation laws from Symbiosis.
Symbiosis.
Yes,
Pune. And वहाँ से फिर आपकी journey, how did it happen? Did you join a company somewhere?
After that, I immediately joined Axis Bank.
Okay.
And I'm still married to Axis Bank.
Okay.
I've been working with Axis Bank now since last 20 years.
20?
We can say 23 may I'll complete 20 years. And I've had the privilege to get experience in departments ranging from cash department to treasury. So it has been a vast experience for me.
So you married Axis before you married Devendra ji?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And both going strong.
Absolutely. And we are so happy, because Axis you mentioned first. I'll come to that first love of yours that is still on. As a banker, as a lady who is, at early stage you joined, banking and stuff. How do you see your journey from Nagpur till today? It's been career-wise also a fantastic journey. The reason we ask this especially to you is because along with that, we've seen the journey of Devendra sir also. That's also been fantastic. So somewhere down the line in that, as you rightly said, 20 years, आपको कहीं ऐसे कभी लगा कि I should, it's fine. And sir had become CM, deputy CM, and so many profiles sir had taken up also. As a support system probably, or how did somewhere you feel that I'll leave my job, and I don't need to do a job. ऐसे कभी आपको feel हुआ?
So when I started with the job, which was before my marriage, it was very challenging for me to work those kind of hours, as you would be knowing that private sector banks really take hours out of your life. So and it was really hard work, which I continued till 2014. After which 2015 I shifted to Mumbai. So, but this experience, although it was a hard work, it gave me a lot of knowledge. See, I started as a cashier, then I was relationship manager, then I was a wealth manager. Subsequently, I was a branch head of premium branch catering to HNI clients and their banking requirements. Then I was shifted to treasury when I shifted to Mumbai because I wanted to avoid direct client contact because of the position which they went into. He became the CM. And post treasury, I've been handling corporate. I've been looking into corporate banking, relationship management of relationship managers, assigning them target, and then structuring various kind of accounts for certain kind of clientele. So now it's a back office job, but it does give me satisfaction, and I have learned a lot, and especially women. No matter whichever career they are in, they are not good at managing their own money. What they do is, even a very successful woman, she will give it all to her husband to manage. But it is banking which taught me how to manage my own money, which gave me a different kind of confidence. It was a lot of hard work which I have put in across these years, but now I have taken a little leverage from the bank that I'm doing other social activities also in addition to my music. So since they are considering it, I am happy to devote my time to them, and subsequently whatever time is left, I give it to my social activities, my family, and my music.
Okay, so coming again to थोड़ा personal to understand, आप कैसे मिले? Was it arranged marriage or love marriage, sir और आपकी?
It was a typical arranged marriage wherein our mothers looked at our profiles and chose us for their children. My mother chose him for me, and
mothers felt कि ये दोनों best है एक दूसरे के लिए. Okay.
And they matched the kundalis and all also. But then there's a twist, because we did not agree to meet in the typical manner कि हम लोग बैठे हैं, family is sitting, and
वो आप चाय की ट्रे लेके गए और ऐसा
नहीं, वैसा नहीं हुआ, because I didn't agree, neither did he. So we met at his friend's place, subsequent to our mothers choosing our profiles. And then we met for 6 months after that, and then we decided that we may get married. And then we did get married.
So एक क्या चीज, what did you find कि ये point है, I think this is the right person? What did you find that in sir?
See, I was always very independent in my mind, and I liked one point about him, that he respected my individualism, and he was very good that point of time when he agreed to what all I wanted to do in my life. I had back then I had told him that I wanted to continue with my job. I told him that I have to devote some time of the day to music. I had told him that I have aspirations for music also. I had told him that I would like to complement him in his political life, not directly but through my social activities. So he was good enough to acknowledge that I was an individual with my own thought. That was good. And secondly, about his own life, he was very transparent. First day after meeting, he told me that he is a politician, but he is working for the people 24/7, and he was basically a social worker in that way. So for one, time would be an issue between us later, which was always, but I was ready for that because of this prior discussion, transparent discussion. And secondly, he said that he would never give me money for my lifestyle.
Okay.
So
he was clear.
Yeah, he was always clear. So in fact, today also I lent money to him.
क्या बात कर रहे हैं?
Yeah.
Breaking news, this is.
So that is fine with me, as long as I get my freedom. I do my own creative things.
Absolutely.
So it's that way, and it was very a transparent relation between us, which took us a long way, and we are still there.
So the mantra of a happy marriage today for you is the transparency
and respecting each other for what we are.
Superb. Fantastic. I think we've understood from where this, the strong foundation of you and sir today come and are inspiring everyone around us. Coming to little एक और सवाल था कि जब sir had become the CM, and you were here in Mumbai, the state had not seen, a chief minister's wife, in a manner which they saw you, because you were very independent, you were fierce in your thinking. आपने I'm sure you must have faced a lot of struggle in singing, playback singing, and a lot of things. But that kind of एक image जो एक आपकी थी, and you still it is right today. How difficult was that for you? मतलब आपने जब यहाँ आए मुंबई में, I mean, आप जानते थे लोगों को in the music industry? How did it start?
So for me, music is like it is divine. It is
जी.
a way to meditate, and I have tried to use my music more for causes.
जी.
I've never gone for playback
जी.
singing unless it just came to me through someone, and if I liked it, I've done it.
जी.
But it was more of creating awareness for some cause or the other, and that's what I would like to continue in a larger manner
Absolutely.
in the coming days. But I never knew anyone, but there were people who approached me for songs because back in Nagpur I used to sing.
जी.
And somehow people get to know and they
जी.
approached me. Some people approached me for social cause
Causes.
songs. Some people approached me for movies. I did sing for them,
movies.
and then the word of mouth goes. I think so because of that people came to know. See, I didn't come here to make a career in music, but I'm devoted to music. I learn music and I'm passionate about it. So whatever I feel, if people come to me with good stuff, I do accept it and I give it my best.
Correct.
But my main aim is life is in life is a little bit scattered. I want to be into my social activities. I want to still continue my banking. I want to sing, but I want to make a difference in people's life. So I try to find out ways through by backing up certain NGOs, by giving thought on my mind to certain NGOs as to where to operate or what projects to take up. So that gives me a lot of satisfaction.
जी. ये what you mentioned, I feel the journey जितना आपने easily बताया, I'm sure it's not been that easy in the last 5-7 years for you. क्योंकि हमने personally कहीं पर as audience we have seen कि people have tried to also create certain hurdles in your path by the way of जैसे आजकल social media trolling and has been there with you since. Like your name has been always there because somewhere I don't know people have always felt कि how come she's doing this, how come she's doing that. So ये एक जो especially and I would like to just tell we interviewed few women and when they spoke they all said that the way you have conducted yourself you've been an inspiration and women love you on that. But ये फिर भी ये trolling और ये सारी चीजें जो होती थी I mean in your good work also people removed lot of hindrances. तो आप उनसे कैसे टैकल करते थे? How did you do that?
See, it is disheartening definitely when people troll you for doing something good. And most of the time I try to make a positive difference on which I'm trolled. But you have to understand that when you are on social media, when you make your life public, whatever you are doing, whether it's for people or otherwise, there is bound to be some reaction from people. Some reactions are good, some are not good. But you have to understand that's how you have to take it with a pinch of salt.
Okay.
What matters is what you want to do in your life. And there would be stones pelt at you, but you have to understand that is how life is everywhere. And more so for me because I'm the wife of a politician who has certain people by his side and certain people, irrespective of whatever he or I do, will be against him.
Absolutely.
That is how it is because we will have a ready-made opposition. So it will be more so and we have to understand that. See, most of the accounts which have trolled me have been found out to be fake accounts or accounts of either, I should name these parties, you can put a beep, Shiv Sena or NCP accounts. So that is उनका धर्म है वो कि they should troll me. That is their dharma. That's what they feel, because of which I don't take it to my heart. I keep on doing my own things which give me immense satisfaction.
I think this is a true Durga sitting in front of us who has overcome everything and is still going headstrong. आप बताइए कि who has been Durga in your life? Who's a women inspiration in your life?
I always mention my mother's name whenever anyone asks me this question because I have seen her. I've grown seeing her. The way she has struggled in life. She's a practicing gynecologist even now at age of 69, 70. Wow. And she is passionate about her household. She's passionate about her work. And she also is socially active wherever she can put in camps for the downtrodden or the poor. She has always been doing that. So she has always inspired me. She's a true Durga for me, and I think so. Every mother is the instant Durga for
child,
her daughter.
for the daughter, absolutely. With this, I think automatically हम दूसरे सवाल पर आते हैं जो है कि दिविजा, your daughter, you are the, I'm sure, Durga in her life. How do you look at tomorrow? आज तो वो छोटी है, she is in school still. How do you want to bring her up, you know? And क्या qualities आप in Divija you would want to, you know, make sure that it comes from you, or maybe, you know, from overall as a mother or as a Durga, to pass it on to the next generation?
So now in today's times, the whole concept of shaping a child is no more. It's redundant. You are just nurturing what the child actually has in him or her. So I feel she should grow to the best of her abilities. Only thing is, we should imbibe in her the understanding of what's good or bad, what's right or wrong at certain circumstances. For that, you can very well go back to our own epics, own Mahabharatas and own Panchatantras, own Ramayanas. There are so many learnings from these epics. And you have these stories from the dadis and nannies coming up with which really clear up their way of thinking. Thanks to the schools also, the value education. Other than that, I think so nothing else needs to be told to them. This value system, plus they should be active in some either art or a games, which gives a character to them, the fighting spirit. Other than that, I think so today's children are very smart. They are aware because of the way they are exposed to internet. They know what they want in life, and there is a lot of scope for them to explore it. Because opportunities back then, when we were children, were few,
absolutely,
and exposure was less, but they have it all.
Do you try to keep her upbringing as normal as possible? Because I'm sure by now she realizes that who her father is and, you know, mother, both at different you know, statures in the public eye rather. So how does she understand this? Ki, you know, my parents are at this. Does she get it well? How is it now?
Yeah, it's very important that she stays grounded. For that, the school is also responsible, and I'm thankful to the school that they have taken care of her like any other normal child in the school, which has made a lot of difference. And secondly, I try to take her to programs which are very social in nature, cleanliness drives or old age homes or anathales, which gives her an empathy towards how people live and how many privileges she has, how she can also make a difference. So I think so that helps. Plus, as I said, the value system which is being imbibed by the elders at home and by the school, it helps her to stay grounded. Secondly, I've made it compulsory that she goes for a sport. She used to go for tennis. Now she participates in school sports. And although she's not that great in it, she loses in it, but she gets the spirit of fighting with it. And losing with grace also, which really helps.
I think this is very important that you are, you know, teaching her is sport is not just winning, it's also taking the loss very sportingly, gracefully and learning. Absolutely perfect. So how do you celebrate Navratri? Coming to Navratri, we are in the middle of Navratri here. How do you look forward to Navratri?
We have Devi Puja at home, and other than that, I have always participated in Garba and Dandiya.
आप खेलते हो?
Although this year, till now, because of my preoccupations, I have not been able to go, but I'm planning to go to different Garbas and Navratris in the coming 2 or 3 days. So I really love to play Garba, and it is.
You have आपकी dancing skills तो है. I think we have seen it somewhere in a couple of you know, occasions. You dance really well. Does sir also support? Does sir play Garba? Do you all play कभी Navratri?
No, he visits and gives some speech there. But I haven't heard or seen him playing Garba. He's not so good at dancing. Yeah.
Okay. Any message for all the young girls and Durga who are listening to you today?
I would just say that every woman feels that there should be change in the way people behave towards her, or there should be a change in the societal mindset towards women. There is definitely change, but I think so wherever she feels that there should be a change, she should be first one to affect this change. So I think so every woman should be the change which she wishes to see in the world, in every sphere. So just go ahead, barge ahead, and sky is the limit for every woman. Just give your best.
Thank you so much. So, apart from singing and your work, you've also ventured into a lot of social activities. Just tell us a little bit about that and then the challenges that you face, even at this stage.
So I've been working with NGOs and I've been giving them my mind about where to have different projects. I can name a few. We started Mitti Ke Sitare, which is a talent hunt for the children for the children who are less privileged, slum school and all kind of children. So we gave them a platform to perform in front of celebrities, and today also we are funding their training. Fantastic. That is one of them. Then we have been working for acid attack victors. We don't call them victims. They are victors. And we have tried to help them to be independent in different ways financially, or we have aided some residents for them, or jobs for them from back office in police to other jobs. So we have been trying to be behind them in whatever ventures they want to go ahead in. And secondly, we have tried to develop their confidence by the programs we have done, or via counseling.
Correct.
Even for their operations we have funded. So that is a continual activity. Other than that, we had a very good project in Palghar wherein we trained Anganwadi and Asha workers to locate women and children who have this SAM and MAM, which is acute and moderate malnutrition. And we had a contest for a year amongst them, that they are assigned with areas, and whichever Asha worker or Anganwadi workers has 0 deaths due to malnutrition in Palghar will be financially rewarded.
Fantastic.
Because of which there was a lot of change in the percentage, positive change in the percentage of deaths due to malnutrition. Similarly, we have worked a lot during Corona. More than 1 lakh families we aided with food grains, with food and essentials during Corona. And our activities are also in jail. We have been working in Arthur Road Jail and other various jails, also prisons we are working in. We are counseling the prisoners there. I have personally also visited quite a few times and spoken to the prisoners, and motivated them. We are having a skilling project going on at the prison, wherein these prisoners who would be released in 6 months to 1 year are being skilled in mechanical
so that they
or
get a
electrical
job,
kind of jobs. So there are various programs which are going on. We have done a lot of counseling for children of deceased farmers. The farmers who die due to whatever credit they are under, credit burden. So we have helped these children to come out of it, and we have sponsored education for some of them. And these are the kind of activities which are always going on. We have worked on beach cleanup. We have been working on heritage cleanup. So every month we have a project on which we work. Now we have a project coming up for street dwellers, wherein we are training them into hospitality.
Fantastic.
We are starting this, wherein we have tied up with few 5-star and 4-star hotels. They have agreed to absorb these after certain modules of training.
Fantastic.
So this will also help them to create an example for their own people, to just
that
get
they
up
can do
and
something after that.
do something for themselves.
How do you get so much time? I mean, how do you balance your day? Because so many things are there. How do you manage it all?
So that's what it is. You should ask this to every lady of Mumbai or everywhere, especially Mumbai.
Correct.
who wakes up at 5 a.m., prepares tiffin for her family, husband, and her children. They go to school. Then she leaves off in the local train for her work. She comes back, then again cooks, then takes care of her family, relatives. So she's a NavDurga in real sense. So time management, I think so, is something we can learn from them, and it is about prioritizing one activity or few activities every day.
आई थिंक दिस वेरी राइटली यू सेड एंड मैं आपको एक बात भी बता दूं कि जो एक लेडी जिन्होंने आपने कहा कि लेडी हु इज वर्किंग हु इज मैनेजिंग अ हाउस एवरीथिंग they really look up to you. There are so many women that we have come across and we've interacted, in the last few days, and they all have said that the way, and the reason is because those servers at a highest position in the state, or however we look at his journey, you maintain your own position in your work, in the activities, at the overall. So that totality wise, every lady somewhere feels that it is somewhere they have a model to look up to somewhere. I remember one more incident. I don't know whether I can quote it here. बहुत पहले somebody had asked you कि how did sir allow you to sing जब हमने शुरू किया था singing, and I remember your answer very well. You had spoken this to somebody. I don't know if you remember this. Why don't you tell us? You had given, आपको याद है? You had said that the same way how he allowed me, the same way I allowed him to be the CM. So that answer of yours had really created an impact in my mind and all the media people who were there. With this, we come to the end of NavDurga, and what better than having the Durga herself here, whom even I look up to personally a lot. Thank you so much for joining us in this fantastic initiative of Red FM. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Henal, and keep watching Red FM.